My name is Marc. This is my son Grant. We own Mango Cleaners in Mango, Florida. Today I'd like to talk to you about something called the piece counter. Actually, we saw the piece counters for the first time a year ago at the Clean Show in New Orleans in 2009. We looked at them as something that would save us some money, because the piece counter people came out and said you can save up to $3,000 per presser per year. And I thought about it and I go, well, gee, you know, I got 6 pressers, and so 3,000 times 6, that's 18,000. I could use an extra 18. How about you?
Oh yes, oh yes.
So we looked at them, but what happened is that, you know, a lot of things that you see, you know, advertisements, they say one thing, but the reality is completely different. But with this, I thought, you know, this is really different. You see, what happened before was our pressers used to come in and they would clock in at the front, and they would go put their purse up, and then they would, you know, get their lunch ready in the refrigerator, whatever, and 10 minutes later they'd find themselves ready to press. Well, of course, when they went to lunch, when they came back from lunch, and when they go home at day, the same thing. You see, I'd never ever seen a presser quit pressing and then clock out and then go to the bathroom. Didn't happen. Today, what happens is a presser clocks in and out at their station. And so that makes it much more efficient, because that you don't have all that wasted time. But that's just that, you know, the clocking in and out at the station benefit. Now let's get to the real juice, and that's the productivity. You see, for a long time, or for years, we wanted our utility press to press how many garments per hour were we looking for on a utility press?
It was 30.
30 pieces. Well, when we put in the piece counters, we said, well, you know, let's see, you know, what people can really do. So what did we set this utility press at?
40.
40. So what we did was we said, okay, we'd like 40 pieces per hour at this station. Well, right now, all day long, Iris, how you doing, Iris? Iris has been pressing at the rate of 46 pieces per hour. And she's been doing that since 8 o'clock this morning, and it's now a hot afternoon in Florida. But what happens is that Iris looks at it and it gives her constant feedback, so that she knows how she's doing all day long, and she knows what we're looking for. We're looking for 100%. We used to have pressers that would, you know, we would really did lots of different things to try to find out how many pieces per hour. We'd put the little, you know, bread tags on, and we'd count those, and we did a lot of piece count things. The problem with all those is that it was after the fact that you'd see what a presser did an hour ago, 2 hours ago, yesterday, or the day before. What happens on this is it's constant, instant feedback, because the presser is looking and they're telling them exactly how they're doing. And what goes on is that this number is clicking down and down and down until they produce the next piece. When they produce the next piece, they run it through the sensor. The sensor counts it. Here comes one. And all of a sudden, she's now back up to 118% of her goal. Grant, what do you have to say about these? How did they help you, your life?
Well, it's amazing, because the very first day, it's funny that we have Iris here as the presser, because the very first day that we had these, she was about 120%, and all of a sudden she comes running up to me going, hey, can I smoke? Can I go smoke real quick? And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's fine. I was like, you know, because she knew her percentage was going down and down and down. So she ran out the back door, and she's smoking. I've never seen someone smoke that fast. And so that's really what it does, is it's like having pressers on crack. It makes them just go, 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 and it's the fastest thing I've ever seen. Now, for her to do 46 to 48 an hour, this is a shirt machine right here, Sankosha. I used to get 50 pieces per hour, and shirts, I'll have you know, is the easiest thing to press. And so for her to do 48 pieces per hour as opposed to 50 shirts an hour, that's just phenomenal. Back to you, Mark.
Thank you. You see, this system is web-based, and so you don't even have to be at your plant. You don't have to be out here in the middle of it watching people press and finding out how many garments per hour they're doing, because all of this goes to the computer. You can sit anywhere in the world where you have computer access, and you can see what each presser is doing and know how their productivity is doing. The main thing is that another thing that I found, I call it the psychology of it, is that pressers used to sit and look all day long. What did they have to look at? Well, they can look at their press, but what they would end up doing is that they would look and see, how much do I have yet to do? That was really what they would focus on. Today, pressers never look at what they've got to do. They always focus on what they've done and how they're doing it. And so it changed the complete philosophy in the plant. We also used to have bickering because Iris is certainly one of our best pressers, but Iris would look over at some other people once in a while and she'd go, oh, they're slow. And so what happened is that now every presser tries to get 100% every day, and it's created a teamwork in the plant and a camaraderie because everybody knows that they're doing a job well done. And what happens is when it comes time for raises, Iris, don't be listening to this now. When it comes time for raises, we can really show people, hey, in the last week, month, 3 months, here's your productivity. And so it helps a lot with management decisions.
I'd like to add one last thing. And so really what happens is I'm able to just walk around and just by looking at their, their percentage and how they're doing, and then by making eye contact with them, I don't even have to say a word. And they already know. If they're doing good, hey, good job. If they're not, I'll give them a little, there's no more, walking up, hey, last hour you did 37, next hour I need you to do 43 to make up for that 40, I need per hour. It'll never happen. It'll never, ever happen.
I can tell you that our experience is that our productivity increased over 20% when we installed these. As a matter of fact, we purchased a drop store that we put in our plant the Monday following the weekend that we installed the piece counters. That drop store did a little over $3,000 a week. The day that we put that drop store in here, that work in here that week, our pressing payroll didn't go up 10 cents because the piece counters improved productivity that much. I hope that everybody gets these because they've certainly done a great job for us. Thanks.
Thank you.